It's a rugged, harsh environment. A lot of wind blows through here from time to time, but it's the city is tough, industrial town. Not real inviting for small boats. But feeling of change in the air. I've been fishing 13 years in Kodiak, and started with my uncle. You rely on yourself, so the only one to really blame is yourself if things aren't working out. Or the tides, or the weather, but it's like no other job I can think of. Kodiak is the third largest seafood producing port in the nation. In Kodiak, selling your own fish has been historically very hard because it's an industrial food model and they want large volumes. They're set up for that. And small boats, small amounts of fish are not feasible for some of these canneries. Well, this is Kodiak's processing waterfront, and you see the bigger plant here, and then a smaller independent plant which is about to be knocked down, and then followed by some abandoned plants. Not a lot of competition. The consolidation of the processing plants is an issue in every town.
So on the large corporate market, we sell them the fish and it goes into their processing plant. And after that, a lot of times we don't know. 95% of the rockfish caught in Alaska is trawl caught. We don't know if our fish is mixed in with that, and not sure if it goes to China to be reprocessed and shipped back to the United States. Not really sure where it goes.
Probably the part that is a little bit disconcerting is that they don't judge your load on its merits. They don't judge your fish on its quality. So if I bring in one-day old fish, I get paid the same as the guy that stretched a trip and brought in 4-day-old fish. You're going to get the same as everybody else.
So jigging is, in its simplest form, a hook with a weight on a line, send it down. There's such a mystery to figure out what makes these things bite. Everything can be right, you know, the tides, the weather, the conditions, and they just don't bite. Jig fishing is the lowest impact of any of the gear types. It's very sustainable. It's one of the oldest methods, and it's very selective. They say we pull 1 out of 5 fish that are down there, and so the entire ecosystem isn't wiped out.
There are 2 duskies on this one, Mark.
What makes our fish, rockfish and cod, exceptional is the way we handle them on board. You know, from the minute they're out of the water, they're handled one by one, by hand, and immediately into slush ice, which drops their body temperature quicker than most other gear types can accommodate. It shows all the way through. When you go to fillet those fish, you notice a difference between who slushed their fish and who didn't.
Well, we got some good quality fish.
This is one of the only fisheries where a young person could come in with a low investment and make a decision if he wants to be a fisherman. And it's just, I start seeing opportunities opening up, opportunities for the town, for other people to make some money. Increased transparency, accountability, then people are going to start taking care of their fish and be able to follow it all the way to the end consumer. It'll cut down on so many problems that we have right now, but it'll also increase the economic impact of our fishery, which will help in decision making, policy making.
With the CSF, or direct marketing, custom processing, you have much more knowledge of where your end market is. You do have some small processors being rebuilt that have a focus on custom processing. We're having a municipal crane for pretty much the first time ever. That opens up a lot of options.
I think that the future for us is bright, because as we push into new markets and continue to kind of bring our fish directly from the boat to the consumer, or at least eliminate a majority of the middlemen, then that creates a lot of opportunities for small boat fishermen in Kodiak.
The way I looked at it as a transfer of energy, we're transferring this energy from the sun to the earth to the fish to the next person along that food chain, and it's great to be a part of that and to really respect what you're catching.